Hello and welcome back to the middle of nowhere, and I'm loving every second of it. The announcement that Disney have made about Star Wars and doubling down on a disliked character is quite interesting. Now, I'm going to paraphrase this by saying I really did enjoy The Force Awakens, despite its issues in storytelling. I actually enjoyed it. And it set up a lot that didn't go anywhere. Certain characters being force sensitive, being reduced to a pilot. It set up a good villain that was just thrown away. And overall, the quality of those films is pretty poor. Then, as you go through them progressively, it just feels like they were writing them on the fly and throwing mud at the wall and seeing what sticks. Rey was a very underdeveloped character, and I think with more development, she could have actually been a good character. Read the original George Lucas treatment for what would have been the sequels, and I think you would agree with me on that. Now, the one big Disney Star Wars movies I liked was Rogue One. I thought that was brilliant. I thought that was really well done, and a really nice kind of mid-wall prequel type thing going on, and I thought it was just done really well. And it's a shame that none of the others tended to fit that void. The Mandalorian has slowly deteriorated. I haven't bothered to watch the newest season at all, because it seems to have got worse, and then seeing Lizzo in it was like, oh hell no. Then, going down other properties they've tried, sort of Obi-Wan was not great, and broke Star Wars canon. Sorry for the Freudian slip, I know that's going to piss off a few geeks. In bizarre ways, and everything they've done with Star Wars since has felt kind of generic and cash grabby rather than something that felt cohesive. Say what you want about the Star Wars prequels, and I say this, they're flawed movies, but at least they feel cohesive, despite Phantom Menace being kind of weak. But they felt cohesive. There was story, and I love Revenge of the Sith, despite some of the CG dating these films in a way that I didn't realise would. I don't think anyone wants new Star Wars movies. I don't think anyone wants a disliked character kind of taking the helm again, and just let's milk this franchise until it's dead in the water. That's how it feels. Disney are not delivering good content, and people are switching off. The leaked picture of possibly Rey pregnant, I don't know if that's real or not, is waving major red flags, and just feels like, what are they doing? So the mistreatment of legacy characters, the storytelling, the overall vibe of the sequel trilogy was so all over the place. Each film felt different. Each film lacked cohesion, and honestly felt more like a soft reboot each time than an actual continuous story. J.J. Abrams is a hack, and Bad Robot as a production company, he's the franchise killer, is always a red flag for anything like this. His thing is, let's put a new thing on the top of it and sell it as a new toy, rather than let's tell a good story. And the franchise killer himself has created this bizarre Frankenstein's monster universe that Disney are continuing, where they're taking the legendary canon, the legend stuff, and kind of ripping off ideas from that and inserting them into their air quotes canon stuff. I don't regard the Disney sequels as canon movies. I didn't mind Solo. I want to say that. I didn't mind the Solo film. I like the 70s aesthetic, but it wasn't a strong movie. And the Legends stuff did it better. The Legends Kenobi stuff did it better than Kenobi. And everything just lacks cohesion and good storytelling. A lot of this happens, MacGuffin storytelling, Vampire Diaries storytelling, it gets really old. When that's done well, it works really well, but I don't know if anyone really wants these movies. And that's the problem I have here. I don't know anyone that's excited about this other than weird Twitter stan accounts. And I don't think it I don't think they need to exist. I think personally Disney need to give it a rest. The MCU is on its last legs. Quite literally. The Star Wars has been gutted of anything meaningful, and big event Star Wars movies just coming after one, after the other, after the other. It's a lot of content, and franchise fatigue is also real. So that's something I'm seeing. I'm seeing people just switch off from this and say, I'm tired of it. Oh, I'll watch it on streaming. Oh, I'll buy it on DVD or Blu-ray. They're not. It's a lot of content very fast. And sort of the disappointment of the progressively worse Mandalorian, which I never thought the Mandalorian was that good to start with. I did enjoy this first season, though, and I thought it was done really well. But everything else kind of... I'm disengaging from Star Wars, excuse the pun. And slowly, like, I just go back to those original 6 movies because at least they feel cohesive, they feel strong, and bringing in, and I kind of regard Rogue One in that kind of thing. But are these franchises just like, it's just endless content, and people get bored of it? What's happened to the event movie? What's happened to great big event movies? And Avatar, for example, was a massive event movie that did very well. Super Mario has done very well. You know, there's like a whole list of this stuff. I think people either want something new and they don't want the stuff they love destroyed, but I think people also are just tired of the same repeat of content from the same franchises over and over again. I don't know if this is going to do well, unless they really, really pull their rabbit out the hat with these. I think it's going to be a rinse and repeat of the same nightmare. So tell me what you think in the comments below. As always, I will talk to you guys later.